Alright, I have these 30 round aftermarket Mini-14 mags. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this. It's kind of a bright day today. But these are absolute shit. But you live and learn, right? When I first bought my Mini-14, I bought 7 of these things. And they were only $7 or $8 a piece. I think like for all 7 it came out to like 80 bucks, something like that. And I have had nothing but problems since I bought them. I've tweaked them a little bit. I have a Ruger factory 20 rounder here, and there's a couple noticeable differences in the mag body as well as the spring and especially a follower. Here's a factory follower. Has this big piece of plastic down here and a longer front side, I guess, whatever you'd call that. And here's the aftermarket follower. Yeah, it's a little piece of plastic here, and the front part is shorter. Other than that, they pretty much look the same. The back is just 2 prongs, and then it has the little detent to actuate the bolt stop on the last round. So that's the followers. The floor plates, they're just simple blued floor plates that say Mini-14. Here's a factory floor plate. There's a little bit of difference in the shape. I'm not too worried about it. The springs, these springs were much more compressed. The top end was flat, whereas the top of the factory one is kind of bent up. Instead of just being a perfect zigzag, it goes at the last part to hold the follower. It goes upward, and then it hooks around, and this goes up too. So I took 2 pairs of pliers and did the same for each of these aftermarket springs. These were also much longer. I removed a sizable section, like usually the last 4 links of the chain on the bottom. Here's the actual bottom. I would take wire cutters and I did them one at a time at first, you know, cut off a bottom ring, put it together, load some rounds, see how it fits. No, because when I first got these, I could only load 28 or 29 rounds out of a 30 round, and so decided I need to take some of the spring off. So I did that one at a time and got to where I could load and cycle 30 rounds by hand, with the bottom 4 rungs, 1, 2, 3, 4, being trimmed. So I've done that for all 7 mags, and then I stretched them out because they were having trouble pushing up. Like they'll feed and the rounds will go up, but sometimes they won't have enough pressure, and the bolt will ride over top of the top of the magazine. Instead of stripping around from the mag and chambering it, it would just roll right over top of it. Some of these with the hole in the front and the locking lug on the back of the magazine, those are obviously different too when you look at the factory one. This camera is just showing everything is black because it's so bright. Hopefully we'll be able to see it, but yeah, the locking lugs are different. These are just a piece of metal that's like been spot welded on, and these are actually built in, like stamped into the back of the magazine. The feed lips are a problem too. The feed lips on the aftermarket ones are about 1/8 of an inch shorter. Let's see if we can get this here. The factory mag feed lips are about 1/8 of an inch longer than the aftermarket ones. And I've heard through forums and such that when the bolt pushes the rounds forward, that last 1/8 of an inch is what basically flips the rounds up. The 20 round factory mags have never had a problem feeding anything, whether it's FMJ or hollow point or any of that. They can feed anything flawlessly every time. Whereas these sons of bitches have continuous problems. And so basically I am trying to make these look as much like a factory mag as I can get. They have these little at the front, these little ears. I don't know how well we can see that. This little diagonal portion here that curls up. These are much smaller on the actual factory mag. This part right here, that little tab. So basically I'm out here with a Dremel tool grinding these down a bit. These feed lips are pretty soft too. I can bend them with a pair of pliers. I'm probably going to fire up the grill and throw all these mags in there and then put them in a bucket of water to cool them down real quick. I don't know if that will do anything, kind of like case hardening or something. Maybe make them a little stronger. And the factory mags are also blued, whereas these are just steel that's been painted. You can kind of see on some of them the paint is chipping off in spots. So I tried some stripper on it, but it's actually like wood stripper, and it's for like stripping varnish and stuff off of wood, so it didn't work too well on metal. So I think I'm just going to toss them in the grill and burn the paint off too. We'll see how that goes. But I'm trying to get these to feed reliably. I mean, they were only a couple bucks each, and you know, but when I buy 7 of them, that's about 80 bucks or something like that. What, you know, price has gone up. They came from a Sportsman's Guide. They had these cheap steel aftermarket mags, so I just bought a bunch of them years ago. So the price has gone up on Sportsman's Guide website. They still sell these, but I figure if I can make them work without spending too much more money, just a little more effort, then hopefully. I was also thinking of dremeling or grinding a small feed ramp into the barrel extension of my Mini, but I've looked on forums and stuff and asked friends, and it seems about 50-50. Some people say go for it, some people say don't. Obviously it'd be much cheaper to buy better mags, even factory mags, than it would be to rebarrel a Mini-14. So I don't know, we'll see. If push comes to shove, I might just put a feed ramp in the Mini. I'm kind of wanting to do it just to see, but I don't want to screw up my gun permanently. So we're going to do everything we can to these aftermarket mags and see how we can get them to feed and function. Alright, remember these shitty Mini-14 mags? I am burning off the paint, or whatever kind of finish that is. Got 2 of them down so far. Shit's just burnt off. And I dunk it in the water when I'm done. But yeah, this will clean up with a scrub pad to where it's down in the bare metal. That's what I'm doing with my day, burning these mags. Gotta get a nice bed of coals going. I think that side is done.
Destruction overdrive. Destruction overdrive. Destruction overdrive. Destruction overdrive. Destruction overdrive.
Yep. Yeah. High heat and rapid cooling, and that stuff just flakes off, and the rest of this can come off with a scrub pad or some steel wool. Pretty freaking cool. Alright, so it's hella windy out right now, but got most of these mags done. I've got, oh, this one looks pretty cool. This is the only one I've actually tried. You can tell the finish is marred up here from putting it in the Mini, but I don't know. Primer, spray paint, and dull coat. That's what you need. There's that one. Then I got this one. Pretty cool. That stencil was a pain in the ass. Took hours sitting there with a razor blade and a piece of cardboard. Then I did these three. I was just painting stuff camo and got carried away. I forgot to film it. It's just olive drab with tan and leaves and pine needles. And then I've got this one that needs to be redone. I'm thinking about a zombie green, but I applied the green right after the primer, so it's kind of dull. I'm going to go over it with white and then do another coat of green. Hopefully it'll pop better. Oh, almost forgot. Then I have the banana clip. Yes, that's right. Anyone that refers to a curved magazine from now on as a banana clip, I'm gonna throw this at them hard. Either that or make them carry it around all day. I don't even think I'll use this for actual shooting. And yes, those are actual Chiquita stickers underneath the dull coat. Pretty cool. Something to do. Anyway, I'm gonna have to redo that green one, but that's what I've got. Alrighty, attempt number one. The Half-Life mag. This thing was a pain in the ass to load. Like, my thumbs hurt like from loading pistol mags. That's how bad this was. We shall see. One latch. Oh, one hang up. Two hang ups. Two out of 30. It's not bad. Just got hung up and I had to ram it forward, but yeah. I find that the bolt has to be to the rear in order to lock it in.
Yeah. It's not terrible though.
No. That one's decent. Alright, next up is the Dragonborn mag. Who needs to shout when you've got a Mini-14? Will this even load properly? Trying to see what I've got on camera. Oh!
Oh, snap.
I can't even get over here. Tell me what's in the frame.
Yeah, you're good. You're just about centered.
Okay. Oh, first line.
Yeah, it's holding them in there too tightly.
Oh, it's caught on the lip. See, that's where I was going to Dremel out a feed lip, or feed ramp. Oh, nope. Fail.
Total failage.
Total failage. Get in. It's horrible. Alrighty. I find I have to do that a lot. That's going right over top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just riding right over top of them and not chambering.
Yeah.
I'm having to like hold it in place.
Yeah. That mag body's just fucked up. That's all it is.
Yeah. Not so good.
Yeah, eventually the mag will get to the point where it's unfixable, you know?
Yeah.
Your 20 rounders.
Alright, so the zombie mag doesn't want to load 30. I've got 29. Like, I cannot get this in there. It is just such a pain. Despite the spring trimming, all the rest of the bullshit I've done on these. Let's see. Well, it lasts good. Nothing. Oh, riding over top again. Hold it up. I did better than the Dragonborn one.
Make good training mag.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to do with these. Just turn them into training mags. Because they'll induce plenty of malfunctions, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not even doing this one. It's too pretty. This is going to be a coffee table piece or something. Alright, next up is this camouflage one. With the little twigs and stuff. It wasn't too hard to load. This is actually probably the easiest one yet to load, so let's see how she cycles. Positive lock. Oh. Damn. Come on. Oh, that's a problem. Push it back a little more. Nope. Alrighty, this is camouflage mag number 2. It was kind of a pain to load, but not too bad. We shall see. Nothing. Here's what I'm talking about. I don't know if we can see this. Right in there. The tip of the bullet is actually getting caught on the barrel extension. It's not going to focus. But right in there. Doesn't matter how many times I yank on it, it's not going to chamber. I don't know how to correct that besides dremeling feed ramps into the barrel extension itself, but like I said, I don't know if I want to mess with that. I could probably just get better mags, because it's honestly cheaper to buy new mags than it is to rebarrel a Mini-14, so we'll see. Nothing. Yep, fuck that. Alright, here we are loading the third and final camouflage magazine. I've got 7 rounds left, and it is a pain to load these. I want you to see. All that just to get one bullet in. I'm not even going to load these last 5. We'll see how it goes with 25. I think that might be the problem. Even despite clipping the last 4 rungs of the spring, these still have quite a bit of tension on the rounds, and for some reason they're getting caught up on the barrel extension, or just too much upward pressure on the feed lips, because these are not chambering when I have a full 30 rounder. So here we go. Much better. Nope. See, when they get caught up on that barrel extension, I can, if there's not too much tension, I can kind of slam the rod forward and it'll chamber. But what that's doing is fucking up that barrel extension, so. And that one doesn't want to do it at all. Jeez. That one chambered. Let's go, last second. Damn. I could understand if these were hollow points, but they're not. Not even gonna fuck with it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I guess the moral of the story here is buy decent mags. These were a good deal online, or so it would seem. They were less than $10 a piece. I bought 7 of them a long time ago. Don't even know who made them. They're just stamped Mini-14 on the bottom, and they totally suck. Probably going to use them for training You know, maybe if I load like 5 to 8 rounds and just leave it at the top, you know, just a couple rounds in each, I can practice mag changes and stuff like that. They aren't reliable at all. You will have jams, failure to feed, etc. And or else the rounds just getting pushed against that barrel extension and not going upward and chambering. Like I said, good training mags. If you want to have malfunctions, do a run and gun and really get going. And you know, it's a good way to practice corrective action. You know, oh, I've got a stoppage, tap rack, you know, that kind of thing. But I would not trust these in a real life and death situation. Like, you'd probably be better off throwing it at people. So save the money, save the headache. Buy good mags. Buy either Ruger factory mags or look into some other mags. ProMag, Tapco. There's plenty of aftermarket magazines, but I don't have any experience with the Tapco or the ProMag. I'm just going to stick to factory Ruger. Ruger does make factory 30 rounders, or they did. I don't know if they currently do, so you're probably left with what's already out there. I'm going to stick with the 20 rounders simply because they're a third shorter, and I like that when I'm in the prone. So probably break out the sewing machine and sew a chest rig for those 20 rounders though. That's the problem, is with the 20 rounders you can't find a 20 round mag pouch for 5.56 anywhere. They're like non-existent. So yep. Don't buy shit magazines. Have fun.